Checking in on day 100. It's the end of another week. Haven't seen anything happen with these trades. Has been some price movement over the course of the week, but a lot of it back to where it was. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. Look at this. What a steady price over the last even month or so. Spiked a little bit, but really steady there. Same on the CAD yen as well. People were very unsure of what to do with the yen. It did push down today, but came right back up. Making money on that swap, but losing overall for the New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen. That's racking up to be quite expensive on the swap. Euro pound's gone up and down, did move towards the stop loss, but back down it comes towards take profit. Again, making a small amount on that swap there. And finally, pound US dollar. Similarly, that wasn't looking great, but now it has taken the drop. So it's come quite good by the end of the week, but you can see exactly back to where we were last week. So yeah, nothing going on. The pound yen, we'll keep this one in. Still pending. It's our last pending trade, so might as well just keep it for a long time unless it really does push past the stop loss. But yeah, still waiting for something to happen here. Day number 106 here. Just dropping in here to say we did get into the pound Japanese yen trade. Right at the open after the weekend, you can see there, that's the reopen, drops down within the first hour, gets us in, immediately shoots up, so it didn't look great to begin with, but it has come back down and sort of settled at a loss at the moment. So not a lot of good news in general, but we are in the trade, which means all pending trades done, and we just got 5 trades, 10 sub trades left to settle. Cool. Alrighty, checking in here at the end of day 109, just to acknowledge the fact that we have taken profit on the Great British Pound US dollar, cheap on the swap as well, only $5.07 against the 1100 we take home from the trade itself. So in case there was any uncertainty remaining, that is certain guaranteed profit now, not just on the pound US dollar, but on the strategy overall. Unless, of course, the swaps were to rack up to an absolutely intolerable amount for some reason. They'd have to be insanely unlucky. I'm calling it now guaranteed profit as we are almost 11% up on the account. 7 trades that could be losers. Pound US dollar could go for not a lot. What are we capped at the moment? Guaranteed 43.45. But yes, overall, very happy with that. And almost $1,800 up from the open trades as well. Things are going swimmingly. Day number 113, we are checking in because yesterday we got a win on the Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, $1,072 from the trade and $238 from the swap. Really nice moves. Guarantees profit, of course, on sub trade B, looking at least $250. Hopefully that keeps on moving. Currently looking pretty nice. We got a bit more out of the pound USD today. So these trades are taking their time, but things are heading steadily in our direction. That's what we like to see. Day number 114. It's bad news for us on the Euro Great British Pound. A loss on both sub trades, gone at $974 each. Did manage to claw some back from the swaps, plus 117 for each of those sub trades, but overall it didn't work out great. We managed to take profit previously on this currency pair, but after about 5 or 6 weeks in this one, gone. The open trades, not looking too bad. Decent drop on the pound yen today, so looking promising for profit there. Also claiming a bit more for the pound USD. Guaranteed not more than sub trade A just yet, but $953, so looking dandy. Let's keep on rocking. Day 120, and sadly we are reporting another loss, and it's a big one. New Zealand dollar, Japanese yen, almost 3,000 in total because those swaps really expensive. 425 on each sub trade. That ain't cheap. And if we look on, let's have a look, 15-minute chart. God, right at the very top we were at. Let's narrow it down even further. 5-minute chart. Yeah, it's come back down since, so other trades go nicely at least. $4,000 up between them. Good to know. Day number 122 on the charts. Got ourselves a couple winners on the Japanese yen. CAD yen first, 638.69 on the trade, 328.17 on the swap, so very profitable there. Could have been better, but still not complaining. Pound Japanese yen as well. Sub trade A gone, guaranteed a winner, $1,066. 85 cents from the trade. You can see the big drop there. It all happened in an instant. That 130-minute candle, plenty of action. Did have to pay $215.80 on the swap, but still, it's all worth it. As we see on some of these other charts, pound US dollar keeps on trundling for us. Things are looking good. The future is bright for the elder race strategy. Alrighty. Day number 125. Finally, we are there. 6 weeks on from when we stopped taking signals, but finally, pound Japanese yen and pound US dollar come through for us. Pound Japanese yen, this was the second winning trade and fairly similar fashion to the first one. Managed to clip that take profit originally on sub trade A from the big push down. Didn't get as much from the trailer on this one here. 369.44 and it cost us 267.23 on the swap. So not so profitable there. But the pound US dollar, we got a real run out of this one. Look at that, all the way down, over 2.5% movement for us. $1,877.70 and a cheap swap of $11.52. So that leaves us overall just over 11% up for the strategy as a whole. That was 20 weeks of taking signals, so quite a long time, but some good wins, finishing up on $111,260.23. Started strong, did have a bit of a dip in the middle, but a good close on some of these trades, particularly pound dollar and pound yen. Could have all gone wrong for us still if they'd all come through as losers, but not the case for us. Elder Ray, what a strategy, and let's see how those trades look in the final journal. Here we are with the final journal on the Elder Ray trend strategy, and it is a nice one. We're going to see all that good green when we scroll down. A few patches of red, a little bit here and there, but even plenty of the swaps coming green for us. Not in this section, we're losing out there, but as long as the trades come through green, we don't mind the red swaps. Here was a bit of a bad run. We had 3 losers on the bounce there, but came back strong with those finishing trades, particularly pound US dollar, pound Japanese yen as well. If these ones had gone the other way for us, really wouldn't have looked good by the finish line. But as is, 11.5% almost to the good, from $100,000 to $111,260.23. That's over 125 days. We only took trades for the first 95. Actually, we took that pound yen a little bit after, but it was certainly pending before. Good stuff, 26 trades over that time. So consistently getting the trades as well, not having to wait too long. Pick and choose between some of the signals even. Got to be careful not to get into too much. We really went for it at the end though. So happy days there. Cost us $2,000 just over on the swap. So it would have been nearer 13.5% if we didn't have to pay those. Still part and parcel of it. And I've broken it down here. Subtrade A and subtrade B. Subtrade A with the fixed take profit level and subtrade B with the trailing stop loss. And we can see clearly that subtrade A has come out a lot better. Just over $8,000 compared to just over $5,000 on subtrade B. And because of the trading stop loss on subtrade B, we even end up paying more in the swaps there. So they're more expensive trades that are making us less money. You either got to come up with a better trading stop loss or just stick with that fixed take profit level. Subtrade A coming through really nice for us. Just over 7% of the overall gains coming from subtrade A. So yeah, very pleased with that one. And not disappointed in subtrade B. Still did come out profitable, just shy of 4%. But not quite the shining star we saw from subtrade A. Overall, a strong strategy performance for us. Let's just sum it up with our final thoughts. Okay, first final thought, of course, the most important thing, we did finish comfortably in profit. As we know, over 10% up by time's end. There was a lot of subjective decision making on certain trades. We definitely didn't take everything available to us, so it's entirely probable that there was a combination of trades that we could have taken which would have caused us to end in an overall loss. However, based on the evidence that we've got, the strategy did actually work towards its goals. Now, this isn't something that's going to make you a millionaire overnight, because any strategy that did so is likely not consistent or reliable long term. This one is the slow and steady, but if we continued as is, we'd finish a full year around about plus 25%, which would be some excellent annual results. There's still room for improvement though, as there always is with trading strategies, and primarily when we looked at our final journal, it was clear that subtrade A outperformed subtrade B, meaning it was better for us to bank the profit than to try and ride it out with our trailing stop loss. That leads us to a clear lesson that we should remove the trading stop loss from the equation and just bank the profit as we did on subtrade A. We'd still want to keep a steady eye on the markets, see if circumstances change over time and it becomes better to return to the trading stop loss or not, but taking what we can, it worked out best for us here. Also worth noting that this strategy is now only proven on Forex major and minor currency pairs. Our strategy says nothing for performance on stocks or other assets. Similarly, we've only tested it on the daily time frame. It could operate wholly different on those lower time frames. Don't just jump on the 1 minute chart with it now. Any other tweaks for the strategy are always welcome for improvements. Maybe it would work better on another asset, or with a 2-1 profit loss ratio. A wider trading stop loss might get it really going for you. The testing on these strategies can be endless, but it is important to test them before jumping in with the big bucks. Overall, I would say on this occasion though, Alexander Elder did us pretty well. One of the better strategies we've tested and worth a look into further. That is all from us though. In case you're not obsessively reading the video descriptions, there is more information in there for you. And in case it's unclear, all trades are made in a demo account so as to live forward test these strategies properly and not get caught losing money on unknown strategies which may be outdated, may be coming purely from the recommendation of the internet. Unsurprisingly, not everything's going to work all the time. Gotta test them. So thank you for watching. This is Project Trade. I am Icarus's Wings, and we will be back.